Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, sometimes hair, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you are subscribed. Also, come and follow me on Instagram where I post a lot of stuff you're not going to see here on YouTube. This is my second brand review and today we're going to be talking about one of the most popular and famous, in my opinion, South Korean skincare brands, COSRX. COSRX was founded in 2014. I thought it was a lot later than that. And the whole kind of general ethos is to provide gentle, light skincare, but for all skincare concerns and skin types. The name COSRX actually stands for cosmetics, and then RX, which stands for prescription. And their initial product lineup does have that feel, that kind of vibe of prescription items. So the packaging is very sleek and minimal. And a lot of their products have been reformulated as well to contain a very minimal, usually 10 ingredients list. So there are so many items from COSRX. I do have quite a handful of them here. So what I'm going to do is do these in categories of what I consider the good, the best, what I consider to be some of their worst products, and what I consider to be kind of like they're okay kind of products. I'm going to timestamp each of those categories down below in the description box, as well as timestamp each product. This is going to be a long video. One more thing I need to say before we get straight into it is that I have recently had an allergic reaction in the last 2 weeks to 100% natural skincare products, I must say. So you won't see me demoing all of these products. And of course, all these categories are my opinion, so if you love something I hate or hate something I love, please sound off in the comments down below. So let's get into the good products. We're going to start off with a PHA Blackhead Power Liquid. And I'm starting off with this one because this is the product that introduced me to COSRX. So if you actually look back on my earlier videos, you will see this popping up a lot, as well as the Blackhead Power Liquid Cream, which was good, but not as good. But unlike your usual BHA, this doesn't contain salicylic acid. This contains betaine salicylate, I think I pronounced that right, which according to COSRX is a lot gentler on the skin than salicylic acid. Honestly, in my opinion, I can never feel or see a difference between the two, so either's great. But this is a 4% BHA, so it's a very, very good one to introduce you to chemical exfoliators, or if you do have sensitive skin, this is a good percentage BHA. This also contains niacinamide to help even out the appearance of your skin tone. It's also fragrance free, which I feel like a lot of the COSRX products are. So if you react badly to fragrance, this is a good BHA for you. So I must say, when I first started using this, I purged like crazy. I don't usually ever purge with products, but this just made my skin go mental for about a week. But looking at all the reviews and the feedbacks and the reviews here on YouTube, that happens to pretty much everyone that uses this product. But it's worth it because after, your skin looks so good, especially the nose area, like the pores on your nose, they just look vanished, really, to be honest with you. This is one of those products that I look at, I'm like, why did I ever stop using that? Once my skin is back to its normal health, I will go back to using this. So at the time I was new to BHA, so like recommended, I was using it once a week, built up my tolerance to 2 and then 3, and now I can use BHAs maybe 4 times a week if I have to, but I don't usually. And that is the same with the AHA Whitehead Power Liquid. So this AHA contains apple water, which is a natural AHA as well, 7% glycolic acid, as well as hyaluronic acid, so you've got some good stuff going on in there. So this is the product to go for if you've got concerns on the surface of your skin, really. So dark spots, hyperpigmentation, whitehead, as the name suggests. I think that's something COSRX did quite good at kind of explaining the difference between a BHA and an AHA. You know, obviously BHAs aren't just for blackheads and they don't just target blackheads, but it gives the impression that it delves deeper into your skin, whereas the Whitehead Power Liquid, the term Whitehead, gives you the idea that it works on the surface of your skin. And that's, to put it very simply, the difference between an AHA and a BHA. So I really love the language they use on their products as well. This is more of a first impression for me because I only used this a couple of times before my skin went crazy. But I used this probably for a week and my skin just looked very fresh, like refreshed, a lot more even. It just felt nice and light on the skin. I know a lot of you are going to ask if I prefer this or the Crave Beauty AHA. I still prefer the Crave Beauty AHA. My skin just seems to love it. But this is still an amazing, amazing AHA. What next? The pimple patches. These are just one of the best inventions in the world ever. If you've not used the Acne Pimple Master Patch before, you must. These are a bestseller on nearly every K-beauty website you go onto, along with a lot of COSRX products actually. For me, these pimple patches quickly and quite drastically help clear up breakouts overnight. So this pack actually contains 3 different sizes of these hydrocolloid dressings, they're called, that you put over your spot to basically protect them from outside bacteria, dust, infection, you picking them. And that's what I do a lot, is if I feel myself going to pick for a spot, I'll run into the bathroom and pop one of these over it so that I can't get to it. The best thing about these is if you leave them on overnight, you wake up and you see all that gunk from the spot and from your skin on the patch. They peel off really easily. It's not like damaging to your skin. Your skin can also breathe through them as well. I just love these. I think they're super affordable as well. So this is a product that has been helping me with my irritated skin whilst I've been having my allergic reaction. And this is the Galactomyces alcohol-free toner. I am actually in love with this toner. This has been helping my skin feel soothed and moisturized and give it nourishment. Because obviously after reaction, you're trying to cut back on everything you're using on your skin just to like let your skin recover. So this has been extremely gentle on my skin. My skin is quite tolerant to alcohols in skincare. It's not usually something I'm worried about. But companies can be, let's say, overly generous with alcohols when it comes to toners, creating more of that old-fashioned kind of astringent than a nice hydrating toner. So I do feel like alcohol is something you need to look for and be careful of in toners. This felt like nothing on my skin. This felt like I splashed my face with water. There was no weight to it. There was no feeling of anything on my skin. You can't feel it at all, but you can see the results. There's no fragrance in here. In fact, they reformulated it so that it only contained 10 ingredients. So you can just literally look at the ingredients and see that there's nothing unnecessary in there. And bonus points for being in a spray bottle. I love to spray toner on my face, pat it in, spray another lot on my face, and I feel like it's easier to layer up and it's more refreshing, especially with summer coming up. Next up we have the Aloe Soothing Sun Cream. This is an SPF 50 plus with PA+++. I won't talk about this too much because you guys know I love this product. As someone with oily skin, when I used to think of high factor sunscreens, I would think of chalky, heavy, white cast sunscreens that made my skin oily and irritated throughout the day. And not just COSRX, but Korean skincare kind of introduced me into a whole new world of sunscreens. And I think especially when you have oily skin, it's hard to find that balance between a sunscreen that's not going to dry you out because it's matte and one that's not going to make you look overly greasy. And this is it. This is like a sunscreen with moisturizing benefits. So it's got the aloe in there that is really soothing, and even better for oily skin people, you can skip your moisturizer during summer because we want to, you know, put less layers on our skin and pop that on as both your moisturizer and sunscreen. It's very, very good. I love it. So I'm really sorry, but I seem to have lost my other product. I just stopped filming to go and get it, which is annoying. But this is the Ultimate Nourishing Rice Overnight Spa Mask. This is a product that if you watch a lot of my videos, you definitely would have seen in a lot of favorites themed videos. So the overnight rice mask is of course an overnight mask that's extremely moisturizing and nourishing, whilst helping improve just the overall appearance of your skin tone. This contains 68% rice extract, which I always think is a huge amount, and that's great. Rice is actually one of my favorite ingredients and an ingredient I look for in brightening products. So products I always reach for when my skin is looking dull and a little bit tired. When put on overnight, you wake up in the morning and your skin just looks so much more refreshed and even. There's also niacinamide in there as well, so one of my favorite ingredients that obviously just helps with the appearance of your skin tone. You can actually use this as a day moisturizer as well, so great if you have dry skin, not so much if you have oily skin. Next up we have our first product from the new AC collection. This is the Ultimate Spot Cream. This is actually one of the only products, spoiler, that I'm really impressed with from the new AC collection. So this direct spot treatment contains 3 healing ingredients. First we have medicassic acid, which protects your skin and has a calming effect. Acetic acid, which helps your skin basically look clear. And asiatic acid, which strengthens your skin barrier and generally helps maintain a healthy skin barrier. That was tough. Okay, it also contains zinc oxide, which is a known ingredient to help with spots and acne. acne, reduces inflammation, calms irritated skin, but it does dry out the spots, which I usually don't like. But this also contains calamine, it contains, what does it contain? It contains Centella and aloe leaf water, which I feel balances out that dryness. And it doesn't leave you with any kind of pigmentation left from that spot drying out. Now, before I get bombarded with the, but you don't have spots comments, which I get on every single video, I do get spots. I just film 2 weeks in advance and I work around my spots so you don't see them. If you follow me on Instagram, you do see me with spots. You will see me using spot treatments. I hate the tube that this comes in. I think I mentioned this before in a video. Once you take that lid off, it just slowly starts coming out of the tube on its own. Even when you put like no pressure on the tube, it just starts coming out. So you have to be really quick with this, like work very quick with it. It's a shame. I wish it was in a squeezy bottle, but I'm guessing it's because of the ingredients in there. The kind of like metallic tube worked better for it. Oh, we have an award winner in our midst. This is the, what is this? One Step Green Hero Calming Pads. These calming pads have been an absolute godsend recently, again with my allergic reaction. My skin is just itchy and inflamed. You can see on my cheeks that they're very red. This soothes my skin within seconds of the product touching my skin. And it really contains some amazing ingredients. I'm just gonna list them off. So we have Camellia sinensis leaf water to help with inflammation. We have Centella asiatica extract, which we know is generally nice again for soothing and recovering the skin. Hemamels Virginia tea tree, which has an antibacterial effect. Artemisia princeps extract, which is basically calming to the skin, restoring skin balance. This also has 0.25% PHA. So yeah, I didn't know this contained any of that whatsoever, so that's why I just gonna have to read it off the website. But yeah, I really do like these. You can use these as like a toner because they're pre-soaked kind of cotton pads. You can leave them as like a point mask, so put them onto areas of irritation, which I've been doing. And obviously the pads are quite gently exfoliating as well, so you can rub a little bit extra if you want a gentle physical exfoliator. Next up, we have the Mela 14 White Ampule. I've literally just spoke about this in the video, the best serum, so check that out. I'm not going to talk about this too much, but this is my go-to serum when I have post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, when I want to even out my skin tone. Once my skin is completely soothed and there's redness left, I will be using hopefully a new bottle of this to restore my skin back to an even looking skin tone. So these are the other kind of patches I've been using. This is the Hydrogel, very simple pack. This was one of my favorite products during the winter months when my skin was getting very dehydrated. These are Hydrogel patches that are soaked in a serum that's extremely soothing and cooling and moisturizing as well. So the serum contains Centella extract and Ceramides. So they really kind of help restore that irritated, damaged skin. So yeah, great for people who have dry patches, or great if you just kind of want a mess fuss-free mask. Now it's summer, I'll be keeping these in the fridge because I can imagine they just feel amazing cold on the skin. Next up, we have the Shield Fit Snail Essence Sunscreen, another sunscreen from COSRX. This has snail secretion filtrate in it, which is moisturizing and refreshing. This is really targeted to those with dry skin, but I actually love this for my oily skin. Like I said, a lot of sunscreens targeted at oily skin are matte and they just irritate my skin so bad. So I don't look for that. I look for hydrating sunscreens. So this is nourishing, moisturizing without greasiness, and very easy to apply as well. It's a good like bag size. I don't like the other one. We'll be talking about that later as well. Okay, next up we have the Ultimate Moisturizing Honey Overnight Mask, another amazingly hydrating and moisturizing overnight mask from COSRX. This time containing propolis, so honey is a bit of a lie, but a lot of brands do this. Bees use propolis, it's kind of like their discharge in a way to kind of patch up the hive, so it's like a polyfiller from bees. But in cosmetics, it's got antibacterial properties, it's got soothing and restoring properties, and can help decongest pores as well. This has a huge percentage of propolis in, it's 87%. They're very generous with their key ingredients. Again, this is a good product if you like waking up with a dewy, glowy looking skin. Next up, we have the Centella Blemish Cream. I was umming and ahhing about putting this in the for me, the best category or the it's okay category. So this is another spot treatment that contains zinc oxide and Centella asiatica extract to help soothe the skin, heal pimples, as well as reduce the appearance of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, so all those dark spots that we get. So the reason I was a bit like, oh, I don't know about this one, is because I've seen a lot of websites, a lot of people reviewing this, and even the name suggests that this can be used as an all-over face cream. For me, it just didn't work as an all-over face cream. It didn't rub properly or very well even into the skin. Instead of rubbing it, just kind of moved around my face. It gets caught in the hairline, in the beard area, so this isn't something you can put on during the day if you wanted to use it as a all-over cream. But I also don't feel that this is supposed to be an all-over cream. It is more of a direct spot treatment because it just doesn't have the texture of a cream, like a moisturizing cream, and that's actually the way I prefer to use it. So even with redness and dark spots, I'll just pop a bit of this on overnight, and it's good in that way. Is it a good face cream? No. Is it a good direct spot treatment? Absolutely, I love it. Next up, we have the Balancium Comfort Ceramide Cream. This is a bestseller on Amazon because it's amazing. It's that simple. This cream helps strengthen the skin barrier and restore damaged skin, it says on their website. So yes, extremely soothing, and it's perfect for if, like me, your skin has gone to over the last couple of weeks. I've been reaching for this nearly every night to help soothe my irritated skin. It's a very odd texture. It looks like it's going to be thick and almost balmy, but it's actually very light on the skin. You barely feel it. So yes, if you experiment with skincare a lot, this is a good one to have at hand in case of bad reactions. Okay, we now have the low pH PHA Barrier Mist. This may not be the best product from COSRX, but it's one that I use a lot, like nearly all the time. So this keeps your skin at a low pH and also apparently works as a shield to keep in moisture and basically your previous skincare steps from evaporating out of your skin. I actually don't know much about this. It's just nice and feels nourishing. It's a good refreshing thing to have on hand during the day. This is the same with their cooling Aqua facial mist. Both of these I'll be using a fair bit through summer. And finally, in the good category list, we have the Lock the Moisture Stick. I've actually struggled to find this product online, like anywhere. I can't find it for sale anymore. It's not even on their website, but this is basically a moisture locking stick that you put over dry patches on your skin. It's packed with soothing ingredients and ceramides to help really target that dry, irritated skin. So I use this when I was extremely dehydrated during winter. What I do is I'd apply my moisturizer, maybe leave it half an hour, then rub this all over my dehydrated areas, and I really did feel that moisture being locked in. I still didn't use this during the day as an oily skin person. It's not massively oily or greasy looking, but I just felt like at night my skin had a better chance of just recovering. So yeah, but as I mentioned, I can't find this anywhere. So if you do know where you can find this, leave a link down below. Let's talk about the bad product, or the products that I was just like, not for me at all whatsoever. So yeah, these are products that aren't necessarily bad. I just did not get along with them. Let's start off with the Blackhead Silk Finger Balls. Pointless, I would say, and if they weren't so cheap, I would say they were a waste of money. So they're meant to target blackheads, and you're meant to only use these for the nose, and while they do kind of do that, it's just a physical exfoliator. It's nothing really great. I guess I just don't see the point of them when the same brand does such a good BHA. Next up in my bad category, we have the PHA Moisture Renewal Power Cream. This is bad because this is a product I had no business using on my skin whatsoever. So it's not bad, it just wasn't for me at all. This is 100% aimed at people with very dry skin, maybe people who can't exfoliate without irritating their skin. And whilst I don't usually let targeted skin type determine what I buy, this really is not for people with oily skin. I could feel this on my face. It was very, very thick. The PHA in it is great. It's a very gentle exfoliator, but as someone who's been using chemical exfoliators for years and needs a little bit more than a gentle PHA in a cream, this was not for me at all. Yeah, it's kind of not fair to put it in this category actually. Now we have a product that I really, really wanted to love. This is the Light Fit Real Water Toner to Cream. Toner cream. As I mentioned, I wanted to love this product so much. In fact, in the first week of using it, I loved it. But as time went on, I was using it in the toner stage, but as time went on, I was like, am I using this wrong? It feels like I'm using it wrong. This is basically a toner and moisturizer that you can use in the toner or moisturizer stage. I'm all for moisturizing toners. You know I love to layer up toner and, you know, hydrate my skin and give it a bit of plumpness. But this just felt wrong at whatever step I put it in. As a toner, it felt too heavy. As a cream, it didn't feel nourishing enough. And it just felt too light to be using after serums. And I just find it difficult to put into my routine. Every time I used it, I felt like I ruined my routine. Like I wanted to wash my face and start again. I just didn't enjoy using it at all. Next up is the Shield Fit All Green Comfort Skin. Not a lot to say about this. It dried me out so bad. It's their sunscreen, the green one, the green version of this one. It dried me out. It made my skin itchy and inflamed and bumpy. I got like these little dots on my skin that I just really wanted to itch. It was horrible. And I believe this is aimed at more oily skin people. Just not for me whatsoever. And it was annoying because they make two other really great sunscreens, and this, in my opinion, was an absolute fail. Okay, this one is the, where is it? I don't really know how I feel about it, but this is the AC Collection Calming Liquid. This is the intensive one. This feels absolutely fine on my skin, but everything felt wrong about using this. The smell of alcohol is very, very heavy. It does have alcohol on there. It is natural alcohol, supposedly, but what this reminded me of was a thicker, clean, and clear astringent. Those heavy astringents you use in your teenage years that ripped away all the oil from your skin. This didn't do that. This didn't rip away any oils whatsoever. It didn't leave my skin dry, but it definitely didn't calm my skin. It also has tea tree in there. It reeks of tea tree, and that mixed in with the alcohol just was not, it just made me feel like I was doing something wrong, if that makes sense. It's got propolis extract in there as well. I don't know. Maybe this just isn't targeted for me. So that's enough of the bad. These are the ones that are just okay. So the low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser, a very popular one, a very, very popular one. But I wasn't impressed, and I didn't hate it either. I actually got this one looking for an alternative to the Crave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. I don't know why I thought this would be a good alternative. I bought it, my skin felt a little bit dry after. It's fine, it's a good cleanser, but it's not the best cleanser I used. Next we have the Centella Blemish Ampule. This is a good one, this is good. Obviously it's got Centella in there, which helps soothe the skin, normalizes sebum production supposedly, and helps prevent further breakouts. In my opinion, for me, it didn't do any of that at all. I feel like there's better products from COSRX themselves and other lines that would do this job. Yeah, it's a fine product. Next, we have the Hyaluronic Acid Intensive Cream. I just don't have an opinion on it. Like, it's an okay cream. It felt hydrating, very, very hydrating. Definitely if you have dry skin, it might be a good one to use during the day. A good night cream for oily skin. Throughout my dehydrated days as well, this didn't really help whatsoever at all. Again, just no real opinion. I feel like this did nothing for me, but I can see it working well as a basic moisturizer. Next up, we have the 2-in-1 Poreless Power Liquid, which I can't find in my collection. This is a low percentage BHA toner. They've gone with the whole kind of poreless idea that BHAs are meant to clear out your pores and minimize the appearance of your pores. It's an absolutely fine, gentle BHA. For me, I want something stronger, and I think if you're gonna use a BHA, you just go for it and use it in like the BHA Blackhead Power Liquid form. This also has like a minty, refreshing feeling to it, which I don't like, but I can see why other people would like it. I mean, I used it. I did use the whole bottle because it was fine. It's something I could use daily, but I did feel like I was using it to finish it rather than using it because I loved using it. And as far as poreless goes, for me, it wasn't the best at making pores look clearer. Like, again, I'd rather just go for the high percentage BHA. Next up, we have another AC collection product. This is the AC Blemish Spot Clearing Serum. This reminds me of my Tea Tree Daily Anti-Imperfection Solution from the Body Shop, but just again with that heavy alcohol smell and a very strong tea tree smell as well. I think I was comparing it to the Body Shop one because it's the same kind of idea, like the spot treatment, spot serum. It's fine, like, it's fine. Like, if you are after like a spot soothing serum that you can use, I would say only particularly when you have breakouts, this would be a good one to use. Could it be a daily serum for people who are prone to breaking out? I wouldn't like to use this every day on my face. I feel like there are better alternatives. I'm looking at the ingredients: niacinamide, propolis extract, ceramide NP. There's no reason why I shouldn't really like this. I just feel for me, I don't know. Next, again from the AC collection, is the Calming Foam Cleanser. I've actually used this a lot, but because I opened it and it's fine, like, I kind of just want to use it up now I've opened it. So again, like most of the AC collection, this is supposed to be irritation free. It's supposed to calm your skin. This one's also supposed to help strengthen the skin barrier. This also is supposed to be non-drying, but it's not. It's got a very standard foaming cleanser feel to it. It doesn't have that strong smell like the rest of the collection. It's just a bit, it's fine. It's a bit nondescript. Would I use this if my skin was irritated and breaking out? No, I feel like I just used like a gentle cleanser. So yeah, my skin did actually feel a little bit tight after using this. I don't know, it's just a bit nondescript for me. Again, I feel like there are better cleansers that aren't even targeted at spot prone or broken out or irritated skin that kind of feel better on the skin than this does. Oh, there's the night mask. Ugh. And then we have the low pH first cleansing milk gel. Again, a fine product. It does the job. I think I just don't like cleansing gels. If you like cleansing gels, this is very, very good. Doesn't smell like anything. It's non-greasy as well and washes away very, very nicely. For me, I prefer like the oily balms to help clear away kind of like day residue. It's fine. Not great, not bad, it does its job. And then we have the AC Collection Acne Patches. So these are a slightly larger, more, what shape is that? Rectangle? Shape than the other pimple patches. They don't have that same kind of effect as the normal red pimple patches. I wore these overnight, and whilst they do stop your spots getting further irritated, it stops you picking at them. It definitely obviously stops bacteria and other things getting in. It didn't quite have that kind of magical overnight effect that the where are they? That these ones had. It's also the same with the other clear master fit patches, I think they're called, the one with the black square on it. They're fine, they just don't have the same kind of ability to do that overnight success as these do. I think that's it. I didn't get my hands on any of the Snail products. Don't know why, can't remember why, but yes, there are a few products I'm still yet to try. I just didn't want to completely rip off my skin with all this. So if you've made it to this point and you've just watched all the way through, thank you so much. As I mentioned, all this is my opinion, so let me know what you love, what you hate, and what is just okay. As I mentioned, all links will be in the description box down below. This video isn't sponsored, but they are all affiliate links. As always, my videos are an open discussion, so please discuss in the comments down below. Also, check out the video here, that is my latest video, then the video down below that's been recommended just for you. But that is it from me now, guys. I will see you next time.